Hello there. We've got a couple algebra problems I want to run through here. The very first one, we have these equations laid out. B plus B equals 40. Z plus Z equals 20. What is B minus Z? It's not a very difficult problem, but if you would like to go ahead and try to work this one out on your own, we will come back and work this one out together. So if you want to pause it here, we'll come right back. All right, so one easy way to do this, and you could do this several different ways. I'm just going to start with this very first equation at the top. You could start here if you wanted to, but the idea is to try to solve for b or z, eventually solve for a value for b and z, and then substitute it in this equation here. We're trying to figure out what b minus z is. So, it's pretty simple, really. This one's not that difficult, but b plus b equals 40, right? Well, b plus b is equivalent to 2b, or 2 times b. So 2 times b equals 40. Well, if 2 times b is 40, we can divide both sides by 2. Well, 2b divided by 2 is just b. 40 divided by 2 would be 20. So that leaves us with b equals 20. All right, so we have b equals 20. We've already got one of these two solved. Now we need to understand what z is equal to. Well, it's really going to be figured out the same way. In this case, z plus z is the same as 2z, or 2 times z. So 2 times z, or 2z, equals 20. Again, you can divide both sides by 2. The reason is we're trying to get z isolated by itself. And whatever you do on the left side of an equation, you have to do it on the right side. So if we divide the left side by 2, we need to divide the right side by 2, which just leaves us with z equals 10. So just like that, we know that b is equal to 20 and z is equal to 10. Well, from there it's pretty simple, right? If you want to know what b minus z is, well, we know b is 20, z is 10. So 20 minus 10 equals 10. There's the answer to that problem. All right, hopefully that one wasn't too bad. We've got another little algebra problem here to see if you can get this one. And this one here is 2 times the quantity 3 minus h minus 6 equals negative 5h. So how do you think we would go about solving that? Well, we want to try to solve for h, right? That's the idea. We want to know what h is equal to. So what we can do here is first we can multiply. This is 2 times the quantity of 3 minus h, right? So that's the same thing as taking 2 times 3, which gives us 6. 2 times h is 2h, but there's a minus sign here, so this is 6 minus 2h. So this becomes this. All right? Then we're still subtracting this 6 and saying this is equal to 5h. Now, hopefully it's starting to maybe sink in where we're going to go with this, because you can see right off the bat we have a 6 and a negative 6. Well, 6 minus 6 is going to cancel out, right? Yeah, it does. So this 6 cancels out with this 6. 6 minus 6 is 0, leaving us just the negative 2h on the left side. But now we have negative 5h on the right side. Well, this one probably should start looking pretty strange to you right now, because when we've got this situation, well, what do we normally do? A lot of times you would say, well, we'll divide both sides by h, right? Which would get rid of the, whoops, sorry. Get my cursor back here. If we get rid of h on both sides, what does that do? I don't think we really like that, right? That would just leave us with minus 2 equals minus 5. Well, that doesn't make sense. That can never be. That's not possible. So what value of h would satisfy both sides of the equation? Well, hopefully it should become pretty obvious that the only thing that really resolves this would be if h is equal to 0, right? If h is equal to 0, then minus 2h, or minus 2 times 0 is 0. And then over here, minus 5 times 0 is 0, which leaves us with just 0 equals 0. So the only thing that really resolves this problem is h being equal to 0. So possibly a little bit of a tricky problem, but hopefully you got that. And yeah, that's hopefully you got both answers correct on this one. So until the next time, take care and look forward to seeing everybody in the next video.